Shot. Slit your throat. Now, I'm gonna beat you to death. Huh. Hey, I don't see that every day. 20th episode! Hello, I'm Pluto Burns, and welcome to Eagleland. We're reviewing my fourth favorite manga today, High School Debut. Now, I've made no secret of my love of romance mangas, but since a majority of them are in the high school romance subgenre, I end up reading a lot of those, which I am less fond of. At first, I was befuddled by how not like my high school the stories seemed, but once I got used to the cultural differences, I realized just how bloody formulaic the genre is. They could teach a college chemistry course. So lately, whenever I crack open a new high school romance manga, I beg and plead with it to show me something I haven't seen before. And boy, does High School Debut do that. We open on Haruna trying to get picked up by a guy. She played a lot of softball in middle school, but decided she would rather have a love life in high school. This is her trying to attract guys. She's not that bright. Some random guy walks by. Man, you totally predicted that idol would get popular. You really know what guys are looking for in a girl. Then Haruna twists her ankle because heels are stupid. Hot guy picks up shoe because he's nice like that, and Haruna's brain locks up. Wow, you're hot.
My God, Vanessa's got a fabulous body. I bet she shags like a minx.
So next day at school, Haruna is whining to her best friend Mommy that she didn't get picked up. Which I find odd, because if manga has taught me anything, it's that all men who pick up chicks are rapists. Mommy makes the not outlandish suggestion that maybe Haruna needs a coach. Just like in softball, sometimes you need an outside perspective to tell you what you are doing wrong, because you don't have a clue. Holy crap! I know just the guy who could coach me! Oh, but I don't know his name or anything about him, and I'll probably never see him again. Oh, there he is. Wait! Please coach me on how to be popular! I say, good chap, I noticed that you are quite skilled at cricket. I myself am a true novice at cricket, and was wondering if you'd be willing to coach me in the ways of the cricket. No. Dashed unkind of you. Which is essentially what this guy says. He's called Yo, by the way. It takes some convincing, but eventually he agrees to give her dating advice. So now we have our setup, and the story can begin proper.
Let me guess. They're gonna use this coaching thing as a lame excuse to spend time together. There's probably gonna be like 2 chapters where they make token gestures towards coaching, then they ditch the concept entirely and start dating.
Kind of, but not really. Yes, Haruna and Yo are the central couple, so of course they are gonna end up dating. But Yo agrees to start coaching Haruna at the end of chapter 1, and they don't start dating until the end of volume 3. That's a lot of space for them to fill. And they fill it with Yo giving Haruna tips on not being so dense. He starts with her bizarre fashion sense that she thinks will attract guys. He takes her shopping, but he continues to be baffled by her terrible taste in fashion. She shows up to their first coaching session wearing this, because apparently a magazine said, transparent material is sexy. Yo refuses to be seen with her like that, so he gives her some of his clothes, which she immediately looks better in. And yet she still thinks that buying these things is a good idea. Yo eventually figures out what the problem is. She has spent months consolidating magazine fashion tips into a little notebook that Yo immediately junks. My treasure! You can't just jumble all of it together! You can't? If you mix Coke, oolong tea, and orange juice, it's nasty! Is it? Let's find out. Orange juice into oolong. Come on. There we go. Some Dr. Pepper, close enough. Mix it all together. Okay, I wouldn't call it nasty, but bubbles and tea do not go well together. So Yo actually has some really good advice for Haruna, and during the coaching period, Haruna actually falls for a guy other than Yo. But he gets snapped up by Yo's sister, leading into Haruna experiencing her first heartbreak, which is of course the catalyst moment for Yo and Haruna falling for each other. Now let's talk about Yo. He's a grade higher than Haruna and has the looks of a bland shoujo hero. And he's apparently the hottest guy in the school. According to Yo's friends, his looks have caused him some problems in the past. Oh, another person who's all, being popular is hard. You know, I haven't felt the need to do this for a while, but I think, in this situation, it's called for. While in middle school, the girls in the school split into two factions and demanded that Yo decide which of them he liked better. At the same time, all the guys in the school were jealous of the attention he received and ostracized him. Yeah, High School Debut was the first manga that actually sold me on the idea that being popular was a problem for someone. On top of that, it makes sense with Yo's personality. He's a very private guy who doesn't like to draw attention to himself, and he gets easily embarrassed in public. He also had a rough breakup with his first girlfriend, so before Haruna came around, he put up an aura of hating girls, which is why none of the other high school girls asked him out before Haruna got him. Speaking of other high school girls, Haruna starts getting harassed for going out with Yo. She powers through it at first, but things come to a head when she gets surrounded by a group of upperclassmen looking to threaten her into breaking up with Yo. This does not go well for them, for they did not spend 6 years playing softball. Yep, when confronted by a group of bullies, Haruna held up her fists and fought back. And because she has muscles and isn't a coward, she wins. Haruna literally beat back the competition. Yes! Yes! I cannot tell you how satisfying... Hey, keep it down! I'm filming here! What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, Yo's ex-girlfriend tracks him down.
Ah, great, the ex-girlfriend. Now she's gonna butt in and be all, I'm not looking to start over, but can't we be friends? But in reality, she's got her sights on him and will do everything in her power to sabotage the two and undermine the relationship. God, what a whore.
Incorrect, good sir. Actually, Haruna encounters the ex first. She rescues her from a train molester, and they get to talking about how X is trying to get back in touch with her old boyfriend. Haruna offers up her phone number and the promise of moral support. The ex keeps calling Yo's house, but they're screening the calls and she starts to get discouraged. But Haruna eggs her on, saying that you and him have unfinished business and you deserve to talk to him. Meanwhile, Yo tells Haruna that his ex keeps trying to call him and it's starting to stress him out. And at no time does Haruna ever make the connection between these two series of events. Oh God. Haruna, you are as dense as a lead pipe. She does, of course, eventually catch on, and she insists that Yo and his ex meet. She doesn't want any sort of doubt to come between their relationship, and makes the two meet and talk out their problems. What's that I smell? Oh no, it's another cliched plot setup! It's the dreaded high school festival story!
A school festival, huh? So basically the next couple of chapters are going to be a complete filler, right?
Will you get him out of here? Working on it! No, actually. It does not feature the usual assortment of themed restaurants and wacky costumes. It's more like a pep rally, with the activities being a banner-making squad and a cheering squad. Haruna signs up for the banner-making team because she thought Yo would prefer that. Yo signed up for the cheering squad because he figured Haruna would prefer that. Bloody hell, this manga just made a Gift of the Magi reference. They eventually settle on cheering squad, and then Yo gets voted cheer captain. Something he isn't too happy about. So the whole festival storyline turns into a character arc for Yo to learn to deal with his public shyness. Following that, Yo becomes a senior and has to start studying for his college entrance exams. And at the summer school? I don't know what to call it. But yeah, at this other school, he meets this girl. She is the primary romantic antagonist of this manga. Even more so than Yo's ex. No, I'm not kidding.
I know what happens next. She uses a spell that she found in some creepy library book to place a curse on Haruna. And then the curse makes a weird growth appear on Haruna's face that makes her stay home from school. But the curse is broken when the evil girl uses too many spells and gets sucked through a demonic portal, never to be seen again.
Wrong.
No. Her plan is to change Haruna's cell number in Yo's contact list to her number and intercept his texts. Then she pretends to be Yo over the phone and calls Haruna to break up with her. I know this makes her sound really devious, but the way the manga presents it, she comes across as more a desperate person who got lucky. And naturally, her whole plan falls apart when Haruna and Yo actually meet and talk to each other. And Haruna is fat now because she stress ate when she thought Yo was breaking up with her. There is so much good in this manga that I didn't have time to talk about. The side characters are really well developed. Yo's little sister has a brother complex that isn't incestuous. This manga does so much right. I had to cut some of my favorite moments from the review for time. But the most important thing that this manga does right is that it has a damn fine ending. Most mangas end, but they also tend to go on longer than was necessary. Not this manga. It tells a tight, concise, 2-year romance story set in high school. It ends when Yo goes to college. Not to say they break up, he just goes to college in another city, and the manga ends on a hopeful note. There was some tension in the lead up to the last chapter that the distance would affect their relationship. Yeah, distance can certainly be a relationship killer. I lost a girl to distance.
Pluto?
Yeah?
I'm breaking up with you.
Is it because I'm 4.67 billion miles away?
No, it's because you're too small.
Ah! Distance, right. So, the art for this manga is fine. It's standard shoujo art. The mangaka doesn't have a lot of faces in her repertoire, but that problem is alleviated by the small main cast. The joke drawings are gut-busting at times, but sometimes you get this. In spite of how much this looks like Haruna being attacked by a blob creature, it's actually her covered in snow. Now, of course I'm recommending this manga, but I'm also recommending it for newbies. Whether you're just getting into manga or looking to try romance mangas for the first time, High School Debut is a great place to start. The mangaka is Kawahara Kazune. She has a surprisingly extensive back catalog of mangas, though the ones I read weren't quite as good as High School Debut. They're worth checking out, though. Just be prepared to see the same faces and different stories over and over. Till next time, I'm Pluto Burns, and this has been Eagleland.
You.
Oh, God, not you again. What happened to Captain Pluto?
I unalived him. Guess who's next?
Hi. You know, we were trying to be nice to you for the most part. You know, only light corporal punishment when you assaulted us. But I think in this situation, we're gonna have to teach you that it's best not to interrupt the show. So, let's get started. We're going to introduce you to an all-new world of pain.
Popular. You're gonna be popular. I'll teach you the proper poise when you talk to boys. Little ways to flirt and glance. Ooh, I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair. Everything that really counts to be popular. I'll help you be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts. You'll be good at sports. Know this.